Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons. Hey, wait a minute, I bet you're thinking this wasn't where we left off. Well, you see... Excuse me for a second here. Let's see, how many Gosha seeds do we have? Just one, let's hold on to it. Well, you see, in the previous episode, we helped out a band of undead pirates, searched the southeastern Samasa Desert for the captain's heirloom bell, then had to get said bell reforged and repolished, then used said bell to help the pirates return to the surface, and reach the sea, and eventually watch them get seasick and have to dock into an area in the southwestern part of the western coast. Also, we could cover a gap in a bridge to let us reach the 7th dungeon. Well, in this episode, we got a little more side questing to take care of. Nothing too huge, I assure you, before we head off to level 7. And we will be checking out a part of level 7 in this episode, so don't worry. Well, you see, first of all, we have this little staircase that appears when this little section in the corner of the river dries out in the summer. We could have come here as soon as we got the power of summer, but there was little reason for us to, as you'll see shortly later on. If you want true power, then slay the 4 golden beasts that roam this land. That roam the land. Apparently I can't translate old man very well. I don't know. Anyway, then I shall grant my power to you. So far you've slain 0. There are 4 gold-colored enemies in the various parts of the land of Holodrum that only show up in one specific season. Moreover, it's a season that you normally wouldn't think to go to that area in. So, let's get cracking, shall we? We have 4 different places to visit. First one happens to not be too far out of the way, fortunately. Well, actually, 2 of them aren't that far out of the way. But our first destination is... Careful around them. Our first destination is just into Tarm Ruins. Though we will have to do some fancy season changing to get to the spot. At least we get to listen to the cool music more, right? Da, na, 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 na. And so we head over here. You see, we want to change the season to winter. But we want to head off to the east to a screen that we would have no reason otherwise to check out in the winter. And over here is, wait a minute, what's this? A gold Lionel. Heads up though, these things are fast and they take a lot of hits. The good news is the Magic Boomerang can still stun them pretty effortlessly and you can just stun lock them to death. Wow, these things have more health than I remember them having. Come on, anytime. Now there we go, and that's 1 gold monster down. Our second objective... Yeah, let's go with that. Our second objective is also very close to a warp point. We want to head to the Woods of Winter. And so, if you remember, we did stop by here once already to get to that cave behind the rock mushrooms. But it turns out that's not the only thing we can do here in the fall. Because if we... Wrong item, there we go. Because if we head just west, sitting in front of the entrance to the Snake's Remains is a golden moblin. Once again, as with before, all you gotta do is stun lock him. He's not much of a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stun 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 2 out of the way. Well, you see, the third one's gonna take a little bit more footwork to get to. You see, we gotta come back to Spool Swamp itself in the summer. And you see, we gotta do a little more than what we did the last time we were here, which was just, you know, turn it to summer, climb the vine, enter the poison moss lair, get killed twice by Mothula. Because... Careful. When you're diving could be such a godsend. We want to head all the way down here in the summer instead. Mind those guys. Remember when we died twice to them? Wasn't fun. They're still a pain in the ass. Aha! But you see, sitting right here in the screen again, you would normally never think to go to in the summer is a golden Octorok that we just pushed into a pit. I'm not sure if that qualifies as killing it. Let's see if it comes back. Yeah, there it is. I do not know if they respawn normally, actually, but let's just kill it normally for good measure. 3, 4, 5, stun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stun. 1, 2, dead. And that's 3 out of the way. We have 1 more golden beast to kill. But you see, this is where the point where we couldn't have taken care of this before it comes into play. So, you see, our destination lies across this gap that we use the ship to cover. Over on the rest of the coast here. Sitting inside all the time made me sick. I'm not sure how a skeleton can catch cold, but... So we can check out this chest that has eluded us this whole adventure to find a ring inside. We'll check that out in a little bit. First, we want to head to the north here. We find ourselves, for one, a cabin, for two, a tree with something under it nearby. So, is this going to be a good old man or a bad old man? Well, not only is he good, he gives you 300 rupees. Yeah, that makes up for the guy in Tarm Ruins who takes away a bunch, huh? So, let's, pay his hospitality by relieving him of his bushes and pots. Or something like that. Anyway, here we have a chest containing more bombs and a very inconspicuous cracked wall. Yeah. Inconspicuous. That's a very conspicuous cracked wall. I'm getting my words mixed up. Anyway, we want to head out here because here is the Western Coast's tree stump. Yes, this is the first point in the entire game where we could have changed the season here. It took this long. And as you might have put together by now, the last golden monster is here. But it only shows up in the spring. And since we can't even change the season here until we've solved that whole thing regarding the pirates, we could not have fought this last golden enemy until this point in the game. Yeah. So we want to head off to the, down to the shoreline over here. And waiting for us will be the final golden enemy. A golden, that's not right. No, it's just one screen to the north here, a golden dark nut. And we can use the slingshot to basically stun lock him like the others, you just can't use the boomerang. This is inordinately easy for what's supposed to be kind of a stronger than normal enemy. We think they'd make this a little more of a challenge. But that fourth golden monster is now dead. So, let's go and see what we get as a reward, huh? Oh, how about this? Another maple encounter. Let's not let her get away this time. Hello, ring and gaseous seed. You're not a heart piece, but you'll still do. Seeds, rupees, you can have that heart. I still got full health. Haha! That's quite the pickup. You take those. You know, I really wish these rocks were the kind that went away the first time you lifted them, because having to whip out the power bracelet every time you go through here is annoying. But anyway, let's change the season back to summer. 1, 2. You know, considering the entrance to that old guy's place is a staircase that's normally sitting underwater, I wonder how he survives down there. Or maybe he just lives somewhere else the other 3 seasons. But then how does he move to that location with the seasons changing so rapidly? It's just, there are so many logistical problems with this. Oh well. Zelda universe, magic, yada yada. You have slain all 4 golden beasts! Sir, you are worthy of true power. Take it! And he gives us another ring. How you use the power is up to you. But do not be tempted to abuse it. Well, if there's anything The Legend of Zelda has shown us over its many games, it's what can happen when power gets to be corrupting. So let's get that ring checked out, shall we? You will not believe how long it took me to reach here. You see, I wanted to take a quick detour to this gashi nut because it's kind of a pretty big deal. And I tried to take a shortcut and got completely turned around twice. The less that can be said of it, the better, but hopefully there's something nice in this nut. What's inside? It's another ring, but it's going to be a good one, unless it's another dud like the double-edged ring was. But now that, wait a minute, no. We want to leave another seed behind. Okay, let's not be stupid with that. We want to drop a gaseous seed there. And now return to Vasu George to get these appraised. And we definitely want to do this because that ring we got from the old I tried to say old man and old guy at the same time. Anyway, that ring we got is very important, so we might as well appraise all of these while we're here. His first one is the blast ring. It braces the damage your bombs deal. This is the ring we got in the chest that was sitting there in the western coast. Up second is the peace ring. Bombs don't explode if you're holding them. We have that one already, of course, so small profit. That must have been the one from Maple. Here we have, oh boy, this is the one we got from beating all of those golden enemies. The red ring doubles the damage your sword deals. What's the downside? There isn't one! This is hands down one of the best rings in the game. And so finally from the Gasha tree, the whimsical ring. Wow, that's a letdown. But, what do we take from this? The red ring is amazing, 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 amazing. And we want to equip it immediately, especially since we don't have much use for this discovery ring anymore. This thing will make it much, much easier to kill most conventional enemies, to the point where it's, a bit of a game breaker, not gonna lie. But, so with all that in mind, that's all the side questing, well, more or less, that we need to take care of in, areas other than where we're heading next. So, I'll see you right back by the pirate ship. And we're back, for real this time. We have a cave here, with a gap in the way. And just a little further to the west, we have a Gasha Seed spot. This is the last regular one this is the last new Gasha Seed spot entirely in the rest of the game. The bad news is it's another common one. And it isn't very easy to get here, so it really is a bit of a ripoff other than placing one here the first time you're here, and then just harvesting the nut it provides as soon as you're done with the 7th dungeon. Anyway, here we have an empty spot on the wall that we're going to need to change the season to summer to reach. Yeah. So, now we got to head through here. This really is kind of a hassle to go through, not gonna lie, having to go through this pathway every single time you want to change the season. Almost fell down there, that would have been unfortunate. So we want to change the season to summer. And go through this again. Why didn't they just make it so you could like push a block that would leave the gate open to get over there permanently or something? That would be so much less of a pain. So now we head over here, climb the vines, and we find ourselves in the graveyard. Just a generic graveyard. These ghost enemies are rather interesting in that, yeah, you touch the graves for long enough, you'll summon more, but if you kill the single one that sits on the screen at the start, you'll actually kill all of them there. This is what is sometimes called a ringleader effect, and it mirrors the ghosts in Zelda 1, which did the exact same thing. So wait a minute, we got a heart piece up there. So off to the west, we have, for one, the entrance to level 7, for two, some rock mushrooms. Yes, it's heavy like a rock. So we gotta get up here in the fall. But, how do we do that when we need to climb those vines to get there entirely? Well, the answer lies in this cave, and the gap there. You think, wait a minute, we can't cross that. Or can we? As you see, so now we have to change the season to fall, and yeah, go figure this small amount of time that you can access the tree stump on the western coast. You end up visiting it in the other 3 seasons you couldn't before, all in rapid succession. So you go through here, and with a perfectly timed Pegasus Seed boosted jump, you can just about cross this gap. There! Push the blocks, mine those cracked floors. Don't want that happening, and you can get up here in the fall. And so now, let's see if we can get one more heart from these ghosts. 2 slashes with the sword takes care of them if you have the red ring. It's just nearly effortless. And there we go, there's our heart refill. And now we can lift this rock mushroom out of the way to reach the heart piece. That's the first one we have found in a long time, ever since the end of chapter 4. Yeah, it's been a while. But now we have everything we wanted to get done out of the way, so now I say let's enter this dungeon. Welcome to the Explorer's Crypt. You know, I've said the dungeons really pick up in quality from here on out. Well, I said that right around the 4th dungeon. It really holds true for this one. This dungeon is fun. Got a really nice atmosphere too. Nice Nice color palette, nice music. Just listen to it. Just, yeah, it's really catchy, ain't it? So, we got an owl statue here. The source of the curse is hidden in darkness. That's cryptic. Well, it's certainly dark in here. There's certainly some torches up there. Be gone before the fires go out, or else. And the torchlights go out and you want to get out of there very quickly. So over in this room we have some red wizrobes and blue ones. Red ones will change where they are every time they teleport. I do not believe we've gone over that. Blue ones will move around as they feel fit and shoot magic shots at you. They're very much like the red and blue wizrobes in Zelda 1. Except they're not quite as annoying because they don't move as fast, the blue ones. Anyway, we got a key here. And so now is as good a time as any to show what happens in that curse room proper. We're going before the fires go out, or else we got these things we gotta move. There's a bombable wall there, but you can't really bother with that because if you last too long in here, you get floor mastered. So we're gonna have to find a way to undo that curse if we're gonna do anything in that room. But now we have a key. We can unlock this door. Some very pitiful enemies for a late game dungeon, to be honest. Especially when we got the red ring to just one-shot them. The chest appears here containing a ring. That'll be a guaranteed ring. We'll have to see which one that is when we're done with the crypt here. Heading north, we can now reach these torches. So, what else do we do but light them? 2. Trying to break my curse? Don't be silly. I won't let you. And we're under attack by a ghost that dies in one spin attack. Thanks, Red Ring. Not bad, but it won't go so well next time. And so we head through here, and the curse is gone. So we want to check out that bombable wall first of all, because duh. Through here we find another chest with the compass in it. And yes, we got the compass before the dungeon map. So we can see that there is one more chest to be found on this floor, and there is a boss on the floor immediately below us, but we cannot see what it is because the compass doesn't do that. So we can go to this staircase now. Ooh, yeah, that was a little too fancy for... Yeah, they're kind of sneaky with that. Be careful. Spikes under the spinning thing, yeah. Anyway, we're down here in the basement. A little tricky this puzzle is. Actually, we don't want to solve that just yet. We want to check out these side rooms first. Compass says there's something to be found here. In fact, there are several chests in this basement floor. There is a switch. Find the Zolls. I don't know why they haven't come up with a stronger type of Zoll to have ambush us, because honestly, those regular ones are very underwhelming at this point. Push it here to find that there is a big area that we can jump upward just immediately a few steps south of our position. And there's a switch to land on. So if you can remember right around where that switch was, you can propel yourself up here, land on it, and the key falls down the hole that you jumped up the first time. And that's why that hole was, that's why that tile was a different color, not just for the trampoline, but for the key. And so it's a good thing we went over there, huh? That was a really cool puzzle. I mean, you gotta admit, you know, they just come up with some completely new way to use the trampoline. We have a switch here that makes a chest show up, but we're not gonna be reaching that iron ball anytime soon, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to check this area out. You see, these Armos all come to life. Normally not much of a problem. If you have the Rang Ring here, that will make your life a little easier. Rang Ring raises the damage of the boomerang but to enemies that are vulnerable to boomerang damage. Unfortunately, it's not enough to change 2 hits to 1 against these Armos. And as you can see, all these Armos will come to life except for one. And so we want to use that one to push onto that switch over there. Yeah, this dungeon is very, it's more heavy on puzzles and on platforming in general than just combat. It's very cool overall. Careful. There's a door to unlock, but we might as well check down those stairs first. When in situations like these, you always want to check the path that doesn't require a key first, because who knows, you might find some more. So we have that there. We're going to have to be careful with this. Let's use a combination of the magnet gloves and Rock's feather. Let's keep an eye out for those keys, so let's have the boomerang out first. There's a platform there, game. And now, let's quickly switch to the magnet gloves and get ourselves away from there. Ooh, that was close. So you want to get across here very fast because these are spinning tiles. And here we have a long gap of 3 that, due to that angle, we're not going to be able to cross even with Pegasus seeds. That has some interesting implications, doesn't it? And here, we have another very interesting puzzle. When you press these switches, it moves every Armos in that line in the direction of the switch. And it seems we have to find a way to get every Armos onto one of those green tiles. As you might expect, that requires pressing the switches in a very specific order. Let's press this one. Then... this one. This one, and yep, that's the correct order. And with that fourth, a key falls down, as you might expect. So now we have 2 to work with. Don't worry, we're not going to be running around with 4 of them like we did in the Unicorn's Cave, I assure you that. Snipe. Wait for it, there we go. Any more keys going to try and knock me off here? No. And now we can head back up here with another key in our possession. Let's be careful around this bubble. There we go. Through the door. We try to head over to the west here. We find another curse. And we are not getting through there, not with that water. So we're going to need to find another way to, yeah. So this puzzle here is another unusual one. Push these blocks here. Get to the trampoline. Not much of a problem, right? Well, as you saw, that gap that we needed to go up was... Let's get there. Let's show this for another point of reference. 3 to the left, 1 north of where the trampoline is standing. But you see, if you just push the blocks out like this to get out, that block will cover where you need the trampoline to go. And as it seems, you can't rely on pushing these blocks out of the way either, because then your only way of getting the trampoline over there will require you to push it up against a wall where you won't be able to push it back and around here. So what do? Well, it turns out that you can push this set of blocks from the inside. There. And so you use that. Wait a minute here. So you take advantage of that to push the trampoline over here. 1 spot north. And that's how you get up there. And so now we can reach this little enclosed area in the central chamber that we couldn't before. Mind that wisp, you don't want getting jinxed here. You don't want getting jinxed. Nice English. There we go. Kill him. Oh boy. And in here, fortunately, it's an optional item. It's the dungeon map. But it's still a very helpful item. As we can see, it's a 3-floor dungeon with a bunch of skull faces. It's kind of a cool design. Hello, bombs. And so now we can go through here and open this locked door to find another darkened room. Another one of these epitaphs, meaning this must be the other curse. Well, this must be the source of the other curse. Well, if you try to light all of these torches, you'll find that they go out. Ordinarily, too fast for you to light all of them at once. Well, unless you have a Pegasus seed to get to the torches faster. Or you screw up your aim. Not too much of a problem. And then with 4 torches lit, the other ghost appears. Stop! You try to break my curse? I'm tougher than my sister! I will stop you! So she attacks by coming at you in a crescent arc and swinging flames at you. Unfortunately, she also dies to a single spin attack. Next time she shall leave this crypt, she says. Next time. Apparently this isn't the last we've seen of her. And so, we've delved quite a bit into the Explorer's Crypt already, taking care of some side quests before we got into here. So this seems to be as interesting, as good a point as any to take a break for now. Next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, we take care of the rest of the Explorer's Crypt. It only gets crazier from here, guys. Don't look down.